Welcome to Dan's Crypto Adventures. Got a new video for you guys, and I know I've got a mix of videos online right now of carpentry and cryptos and both of those. This video is going to be about crypto. So you carpentry ones, people that join because for those videos, actually I do have some pretty significant carpentry ones planned in the next few months. But this video is going to be about crypto and probably a few more videos about crypto as well. So today we got some maintenance I'm going to do on some rig, and so we're going to be cleaning some video cards. One of those things that I have never done before, but you may be able to hear the clicking noise. That is one of the fans on one of those cards. So I figured it'd be a good time to go through and just clean them. And as usual, it's one of those things that I've never done before, and so this is not a tutorial on how to do it. This is simply how I am doing it, and I guarantee I'm doing some things wrong. So don't copy me and blame me if you break something. I'll probably do one card at a time, put it back in there, make sure it works, make sure I didn't break anything. I got two cards right now that are having issues, so I'll probably start with those in case I screw something up. I screw up a card that doesn't work properly anyway, rather than start cleaning the cards that work fine right now. So first thing, let's show you the rig and show you what tools I'm going to be using. Alright, so this is Miner 2. So this is the rig we're going to be looking at today, so let's give you a close-up shot of it. So we got a couple of Zotac T1070 Ti's, EVGA 1070, another Zotac 1070 Ti, EVGA 1070, and then the two cards down here I'm having an issue with. I am missing a card right there. I've actually never had this particular rig full. This is an 8 rig frame, and the motherboard will support 8 GPUs as well. I have had one of the power supplies go bad, so I've sent it back to EVGA for warranty repair, but I did not have it back yet. I've not had these two cards running. These are the two problem cards, but I wanted to go ahead and kind of plug those in, show you guys that they work. But again, you can probably hear some of the issues that I'm having. So anyway, so these are the cards that I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be focusing on these two right here. So this is a Zotac 1070 Ti, and this is a Gigabyte 1060. Both these cards mine fine, but there's issue with the fans. So I'm sure you can hear it. There's a little bit of clicking noise. This fan right here sometimes spins, sometimes it doesn't, and it looks a little bit just not as smooth. So I think it's hitting something, or it's just filthy in there. This rig card right here, same thing. This fan seems to work fine. This one up here is the problem. Just having my finger on here, I can feel the vibrations from it. So I assume that means it's not spinning freely, spinning properly. So we're going to take a look at these two cards first. I intend to take those apart, clean the fans, clean the motherboard or the board inside really well. Apply thermal paste back on there, put the fan back on, and see what happens. If that is successful, I may go through and clean these other cards. Again, right now they work fine, but just they're old, they've been on there a while. There is a lot of dirt showing on them. I have gone through and blown through them with compressed air, but let me show you an example of the dirt that I'm talking about. So right here is a good example. So if you look right there, for example, that brown right there you see on the video is just dust that's stuck to that. And no matter how hard I blow that with the compressed air, it's not coming off. So I think I need to get in there a little more aggressively. So let me turn this off, because that noise is getting pretty annoying for me. So let's show you what I've got to do this with. First off is an assortment of screwdrivers. So just a whole bunch of them. I've got some thermal grease here, thermal paste. Nothing special. I just went to Best Buy for the most part and got whatever they had. Thermaltalk TG-7. Again, nothing special with that at all. Medical grade isopropylene. I did get the 99.9%. My understanding is this stuff is perfectly safe to spray on electrical components and clean them. I've also got some contact cleaner as well, which again you can spray on there to clean the PCBs. And then also got some of this. This is, I don't know, I may or not put this on there, but I figured it wouldn't hurt. Maybe those fans, maybe cleaning those out really good, maybe a little bit of this dielectric grease on there. But it does have some properties that'll lubricate it as well. So those are the tools I'm going to use. So again, I'm going to start with probably one of these cards at a time. and put it back in there, make sure it runs, make sure it works, make sure I didn't break anything, and then I'll move on to the next card. But I'm definitely going to do these two. So I'm going to try to mount the camera so you guys can see everything that I'm doing. And so let's get it set up, and then we'll get started. So this is a Zotac 1070 Ti. Yeah, I don't see anything else on it. So Zotac 1070 Ti. So we're going to do the same thing, take it apart, see what we can find, you know, see if we can figure out what's wrong with the fan, if anything, and if we can, we'll get new parts. If not, you know, we'll just put it back together and keep it like it is. Again, this one does feel a little loose, just like the other one. So, all right, let's get started taking it apart. Lucky for me, all the screws seem to be the same size on this one. And all that spring-loaded screw. It's kind of cool. I want to make sure that one's a little different. I want to make sure it's the same. It's a different spot. So yeah, they're all the same. Okay. So there are 5 screws that were identical. So I think that's it. That is holding that together. So let's see if we can get it apart. And again, we'll need to take the fan unplugged before you get it all the way apart. Let's see if we can get it. Actually, this one might be able to unplug while it's sitting like this. Yep. So it's unplugged now. There we go. Oh, there are 2 plugs. So I got one of the plugs. Yeah, this card's filthy. Okay, we're good. So there's the main board right there with the chip. And again, you got the heat pads going on these guys going around. Alright. So there are 2 plugs on here. So I guess one is the fans and one, I don't know what the other one is. There's a little 4-pin fan like normal, and then there's this big guy with a whole bunch of, well, I guess that's just 4 pins. But anyway, so that's what we got now. This again is absolutely filthy. This is worse than the other card. If you look, you can see piles of dust all along here. And again, I have already kind of blown this out with compressed air. And there's stuff still all over it. And some of these pads looks like they're coming loose. So yeah. So there's that. And we got the fan assembly here with the heat sink. So I do want to get this apart as well. Take a closer look in there, see how close we can get to those fans, see if I can find a replacement for those. So let's do this first. And then there's a back plate on this one, so I'm thinking about taking this apart just so we can get to the back side between the back plate and the board there, in case there's anything in there that needs to be cleaned out. I think most of it's on this side, but still, if there's any accumulation of dust back there, it might be nice. So we'll set this aside and get to work on this guy. So I think I saw the screws on the other side, so I don't see any other exposed screws here. And this one's got more heat pipes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heat pipes on this one. Alright, so let's turn it over. Let's just kind of find the screw on this side. Good, I was worried. I didn't think I had a right screw there for a minute. Screwdriver. Those are nice tiny little screws, easy to lose. So it looks like there's 2 screws on each side that hold the plastic housing to the heatsink. and then there's separate 3 screws on each fan, but they don't appear to be. You don't appear to take those screws off of the fan to get the plastic casing off. So right now I'm just going to focus on that to get it apart and see what we got to work with. Alright, so I think that's all of those. So yeah, it just slips right up and off. Good. And so here's that heat sink. This looks to be in pretty good shape, pretty clean. So we'll set that aside. And then we got our fan assembly here. I can see how quickly this one stops. I mean, I'm just gonna see how long it goes. This one stops in no time. And yes, that is the one that is bad. This one right here. So again, just like the other one, there's the other card. There's one wire here that seems to be kind of connected to both. So it comes in here, connects there, and then also carries on over here and connects to this fan. This wire right here, I didn't know what it was. It is actually for the LED or the lighting in here. So it goes along through here and then up, and this right here lights up when the card is on. So that's what that goes to. But I do want to get the fans out. So I want to take a better look at them. Now I got to take this screw out to be able to get the wire out, and then we'll turn it back over and take out the fan screws. Just like the other one, there's 3 screws per fan. Hold it in there. I'm gonna put that screw back in just because it's kind of the one that looks like that. I'll forget where it goes. Alright. And then over here, take this, again, there's 3 screws per fan. And those are different than those, so I got to keep these separate. Alright, so there's the one fan. So again, this is the one that appears to be bad. Now this one's interesting. The fans seem to be the same, but this one has kind of 2 wires coming off of it, where they connect together and then go to the board. So let's get the other one out of there. Alright, and then the fan comes right out. See if these are the same stats. Yep, exactly the same, even the same model number. Which kind of doesn't make sense because the wiring harness is different on them. Alright. So I want this card. I think I'm gonna do like the other one. I think I'm gonna look around online, see if I can find some replacement fan for it, and then I'll do that. I'll look around a little bit, and then I'll be back on to let you know if I'm successful and if I've ordered anything. Okay, so it's the next day since I took apart the GPUs. I have ordered fans, and so for this one here, this is the Zotac 1070 Ti. I have ordered new fans for it. It's quite difficult actually to find these fans. The other card was a lot easier. These are quite difficult, but I did find it. I did order it. I got it on Amazon with free returns. So you know, if they don't work or don't fit, then I can just send it back for free. But what I thought about doing was trying to clean this fan thoroughly. I can actually take these apart and clean the inside. So I thought I'd clean this out really good, clean out the heatsink, the board, everything, put it all back together, and then curiosity, just wondering if that will fix it. This fan, the fans on this one were not nearly as loose as the other card. You know, when it was in the housing, you know, rocking it, it was not nearly as loose. The other one was quite a bit more less secure, and so it might need a good cleaning and some lubrication. And so I've got kind of a little plastic tray. I got at Lowe's for like $3 or I don't know, something like that. And I think I showed you guys earlier, but I do have some isopropylene alcohol, 99% of that. I've also got some contact cleaner spray, so we can spray it in there, get some force to get it out if it is needed. I've also got some dielectric grease, so maybe that can help lubricate the fan, make it work. I don't know, just give it a shot. And then also got some brushes. Again, just inexpensive, cheap, nothing brushes, just real soft bristles for that. And then also a few Q-tips and paper towels. So I'm thinking I'll get this set up, the camera set up, and we'll start cleaning the fans, the board, the heat sink. Let's clean it all, put it all back together, and then see if the fans work. I do not have, I have ordered, but I do not have the thermal pads yet. So for now I'm going to leave on the old ones. Again, my goal here is just to see if we can get the fan working again. And if we can, then I might be able to send back the fans that I've ordered, replacement fans that I've ordered for this. So let me get the camera set up and we'll give that a shot. Alright, so I think I've got everything set up. So I got my pail here, I've got brushes, got Q-tips, got paper towels, got the isopropylene alcohol. So I think I'm ready to go. My thought process here is to have kind of two brushes, one dry that I can try to lightly go over to begin with, and then one that I can get the alcohol onto, so I can kind of get it in a little bit there better. So let's get started. Let's just start, I guess, with, let's start kind of the easy one, I guess. This one doesn't look too bad. So I have done compressed air on these already. And so, you know, most of the dust should be out of it. So I'm just trying to get kind of the last little bit off. Assuming I can get the straw off this thing. Okay. All right. So this actually looks really good. Get up some of the excess if I can. I also need to get, let me make sure you guys can see that if it's sitting right there. Yes, you can. So I want to get off kind of the excess with the paper towel. Then I'll come and get this off right here. Trying very hard not to push on these fins too much to bend those or anything. Okay. So I think that is about as dry as I'm going to get, or clean as I'm going to get it. So I'm going to set this aside to dry. Put that over there. This casing here, there's not much in here. And there's no electrical components or anything in here, just connections. It's just a quick little brush. It's pretty good. Set that aside. Okay, now the fans themselves. So my understanding is that we can pry this apart right here, which is why I've got this stuff over here. So once it's a painter's tool, so kind of get in there and see if I can pry it open, pry it apart. This might be easier if it's up against something. I can push down on the blades and everything. Okay, well, that was quite a bit harder than I was expecting, actually, but I did get it apart. So here is kind of the inside of that. Don't have a clue what I'm looking at, but there's some copper coils here. There's a little electrical board there. The circular piece where the fan slits into right there in the middle, and then the fan itself. There's this little thing here that sticks in the middle of that, and this right here. So I'm going to clean this real good. While I got my tray out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and take apart the other one. Like I said, that was a lot harder to get apart than I was expecting. If you're not paying attention, you could definitely break the fan. So I honestly wouldn't be too surprised. But well, this one came off a lot easier. So there's the insides of that one. So let's set this one aside. We'll do one at a time. I don't know if it matters, but I'm going to keep, this piece with this fan. Again, it may not matter, but I'll just keep it that way. So for this one, let's try the alcohol. I'm kind of curious if that's any easier than the spray stuff. Okay. Alright, so that's good and soaking wet. So let's make a little place to put the stuff that's wet. That's got to dry quite a bit before I reassemble it. So let's kind of pull that off there, set over there to dry. Same thing for this one. This one will be easier probably with the spray. Impressive how good that stuff does. So at least visually anyway, it looks a lot cleaner. I'm actually impressed. So I'm gonna set this over here in the paper towel to dry as well. Alright, so now let's do the next fan. Alright, so that is drying. The next piece we might need to disassemble a little bit more. Let's take a look at it. So this side clearly has a ton of stuff on there. This is after going at it with a compressed air. And then this one there's a back plate on it. So you've got the board and then the back plate, and there's a gap there. So I'm a little bit worried about what's in there. Because I can barely even see through there. I did put the compressor up against that area and go through it. So I'm thinking I might need to take this back plate off, which it looks like there's just some screws kind of around here that hang on to that. So let's go ahead and take it apart. Why not? Just hope I remember how to put it back together. Okay, so those are different than some of the previous screws I took out of this board, so we'll need to set these somewhere else. Alright, I think that's all of them. I might just pull up. That was easy. Just came right off of there. So there's actually no dust really on the back of this. This looks pretty awfully clean actually. So here's the inside of the back plate, which is metal. It's a little dusty even, really not too bad. Let's just get some of the alcohol and just do a quick clean on it while we're back here. Okay, that's pretty clean. So that part is clean. Set that over there to dry. Alright, so now we got to clean the main show here, the board. So let me get my bucket back, my tray back. So the first thing I'm going to do is go through with a dry brush, see if I can get any of this off. Oh really, just kind of smudges it. Tiny bit, not much. I don't think that idea is going to work. Spray out the big guns. So trying to keep it at a good angle so everything runs off pretty quickly. Just don't want too much on there. Just do a little on the back. I think that's pretty good. Just got to get the leftover stuff off the main ship there. It looks pretty good though. Just a little bit. Alright, let's set this down and we'll work on getting the paste off of there. Alright, so for this, back to the alcohol. This is pretty thick, pretty hard to get off. Let's put a Q-tip in the alcohol over there just to kind of see if I can use that to break it apart a little bit. Make it a little easier. So far the answer is no. Try spraying some of that off of there. It's on there pretty good. It's awkward for me, but I'm trying to hold it to where the camera shows it really well. This stuff is awesome. That stuff is amazing. I took care of that in no time. It's like all sparkly and shiny like new. There's a little clump. Alright, so I think this is looking pretty good. It's looking great. Alright, so let's get rid of my tray here. So let's go ahead and put the back plate back on. Alright, so I'm sitting in the car editing this video, and it's getting crazy long. So I've decided to cut out the reassembly of the card, and so I'm just going to skip ahead in time and show kind of what happens after that. If anybody wants to see the reassembly, that's fine, let me know, and I might post a video of just that. But it does take a little bit of time, so I'm skipping it for now. So here's the next step. Alright, so I've got the Zotac 1070 Ti, I think. Yeah, Zotac 1070 Ti hooked back into the rig. I've unplugged everything except it. And so it is showing up on HiveOS. It is mining at 31 mega hash. But we do have a problem. I'm going to show you. And that is, this fan is not moving at all. So let me get a better view there. So this fan's not moving. That one's going pretty good, but it is making a clicking noise. So let me be quiet a second, see if you can hear it. So that is this fan right here. So I did buy some replacement fans off of eBay. If I remember, I'll put on the screen what I paid for them. So I'll go ahead and install those, and I'll set the camera up, replace those, install the new ones, and hopefully that works better. Alright, so again, this video is crazy long right now. It's almost 40 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one at this point, and then I'll have another video showing the new fans going in. Spoiler alert, it does work. Works great. But that'll be another video where you get to see that. So thank you for watching this video. There's some buttons down below. It'd be great if you press some of those, or don't. I don't really care. So see y'all next video. Thanks. See ya.